An out-of-control car has ploughed into 4 teenagers on a suburban Perth street. The boys were standing in the front yard of a Ballajura home when the Commodore struck. Tonight, 3 of them are in hospital.
He's recovering from concussion, but 14-year-old Sabir Hussain says he'll never forget what happened last night. Just before 11, this Ballajura front yard was destroyed by an out-of-control Commodore. Sabir, his 17-year-old brother and 2 friends had been talking outside their home on Meadowview Drive when the car careered into them. 4 teenagers rushed to hospital.
You come out and you see a lot of people lying down. I thought they're all gone until I talked to them. I shook them, some of them.
A neighbour's security vision shows the seconds prior to impact. The speed limit in this neighbourhood is 50 kilometres an hour. Remarkably, Sabir escaped with just bruises and a headache. Sabir was sitting in the front seat of this car at the time. It's probably what saved him. Today, he was too shaken to speak about the crash in detail, but he described it as mayhem. He said that he, his brother and their 2 friends came within inches of being killed.
Ahmed was gone, that's what I thought. Ahmed was dying. Yasin was making a sound, and Abdelkader also, I thought he's gone. And Sabir, he was just lying down. Just when I see his eyes, I thought he's gone.
It was horrible. I was quite shocked. My body was shaking.
Ahmed Aden was one of the first at the scene. His 16-year-old nephew was hit, snapping both bones in his lower leg.
So both of them are literally shattered and broken, and he broke his shoulder as well.
4 people were inside the Commodore. A 17-year-old boy was driving. At this stage, police haven't laid charges. Michael Genovese, 9 News.
A 60-year-old man has been killed, hit by a car during an early morning bike ride. The cyclist was riding along Marshall Road in Bennett Springs when police say he was hit by a Mazda hatchback. A 20-year-old woman was behind the wheel. The critically injured man was taken to Royal Perth Hospital but couldn't be saved. Marshall Road was closed for much of the morning. Major crash investigators want to talk with anyone who saw the crash.
Witnesses claim a young man who died from a suspected drug overdose at Adelaide's Stereosonic Music Festival had been discouraged from seeking medical help by other revellers. 2 drug-related deaths in 1 week have been linked to the festival, which holds its final event for the year in Brisbane tonight.
19-year-old Stephen Woodward, the latest victim of a drug-fuelled tragedy many feared would happen.
This is the worst possible outcome that we could have had on a Sunday morning.
Mr Woodward was among 15,000 revellers at Benithan Park yesterday afternoon for Adelaide's Stereosonic Festival. He was rushed to the Royal Adelaide Hospital just before 5 p.m. and was pronounced dead shortly after. Police believe he'd consumed 1 or more of this illegal pill and say they found others on him.
We will be endeavouring to try to find out where he obtained them from, identify the source.
One witness claiming in a Facebook post that's too sensitive to show that Mr Woodward had earlier been lining up at a first aid tent seeking medical help, but was discouraged and pulled away by other revellers. Police are investigating if 2 other people rushed here to the Royal Adelaide Hospital yesterday ingested the same drug. A 20-year-old man is fighting for his life, while a 21-year-old woman is in a serious but stable condition. A Melbourne teen is also fighting for life after he took drugs at that city's Stereosonic event yesterday. It comes just a week after Sylvia Choi died of an overdose at Sydney Stereosonic.
Tragic event, and all of us here have the same sympathy and for the family.
Event organisers declined interview requests today, instead posting a statement saying they're devastated to hear of another loss to drugs and imploring people to see the dangers of the situation. Eddie Godfrey, 9 News.
There was a heavy police presence as up to 400 coffin cheaters partied the night away for their 45th anniversary. As members arrived at the Bayswater Clubhouse last night, they were greeted by breath tests and licence checks. Police say the gang members were well behaved with no incident.